kids, today we're going to be reading The Treasure Box, written by Keane, illustrated by Jomepour. Let's see what the story is all about. I am always on the lookout. I look for special things to put in my secret treasure box. Since the last time Grandpa visited, I have found many interesting and amazing things. A very round and very smooth frog, a green parachute guy who lost his parachute, a suit of dry-up skin, a snake left behind, a tiny bird's nest that has blue yarn in it, a giant feather, and a very straight stick. That's why I'm waiting by the window. I know he'll like to see what I found, my collection of treasures in our secret. When Grandpa and Granny arrived, I have to wait for them to drink their tea and talk forever with Mommy and Daddy. Later, Grandpa and I sneak away. It takes a long time to get up the stairs. I am slow, but grateful like a cat, he says. Grandpa always takes out his magnifying glass before I open the latch. I make him hold the snake's skin. Even though he doesn't want to, he makes the funniest faces. Grandpa stops his watch and says it's time. We go for a walk to see if we can find any treasures. We collect things in his little blue hat. Grandpa finds a rusty spring and a doll's lost arm. I find a dirty marble and a cracked open robin's egg. These are perfect, I say. When Grandpa gets sick and can't visit, I spend time in my room looking at our collection. It reminds me of all his funny faces. I keep asking to go to Grandpa and Granny's house, and one day we finally do. Grandpa has tubes in his nose, but he can still make funny faces. When nobody's around, I show him 2 new things I found for the treasure box. He likes them so much, he cries a little bit. The next time I see Grandpa, he's in a hospital. His room has a wide open door, beeping machines, and a sit-up bed, but he's sound asleep anyway. He just needs to rest, honey, Mom says. Before we go, I leave a few treasures. He'll know who brought them. One day, Mommy and Daddy come to my room and tell me that Grandpa died. I don't say anything. I look out the window and pretend I can see him waving at me. I go with Mommy and Daddy to Grandpa's memorial, which is a sad party you have when someone dies. The grown-ups talk and talk and talk and talk. I just can't eat any of the tiny sandwiches. Instead, I stare at all the photos of Grandpa when he had lots of hair and smooth skin. I say goodbye to Grandpa in my heart. When we come home, I pull out my secret treasure box, but I don't undo the latch. I am too sad, and opening it will make it worse. It's a long time before Grammy comes back to visit. I watch her out the window, and she waves. She's all alone now. I listen as she drinks tea with Mommy and Daddy. Then Granny comes to my room. Your grandpa gave me some things to give to you, she tells me quietly. She pulls out Grandpa's little blue hat, his magnifying glass, and his watch. He told me you will know what to do with them, she says. I nod. I pull out my secret treasure box and open it for the first time since I saw Grandpa at the hospital. This was our secret collection of little treasures, I tell Grammy. I show her the rusty spring and the doll's arm from Grandpa's last visit, plus some of Grandpa's favorites. I even show her the snake skin, which Grammy doesn't mind holding. So crinkly, she says. I sit in Grammy's lap. I miss his funny faces. I finally say, I do too, Grammy says. We sit and cry and think about Grandpa for a long time. I put a magnifying glass and watch in the treasure box, but not that little blue cap. We use it when we go for a walk to find interesting and amazing new things for our secret treasure box. And that, my friends, was the end of this book. It was a beautiful book. I enjoyed reading it. What about you? I'll see you next time. Bye.